Alright, YouTube. I'm going to be doing a pedal board build for my Helix. And I figure what the heck. Let me put this, let me put a video out. I mean, every pedal board is different. So, you know, unless you're using the stuff that I'm going to be using here, and for the purpose that I'm using, this might not apply to you, but it may give you some good ideas because there's a few things that I learned. And I want to thank George Hollis. He has a YouTube video and he has a Helix, and I seen his video, and you know, I seen what he did there, and I was like, oh, that's great, because I pretty much have a lot of the same things that he has, and I think it'll fit perfect, and then it should work out pretty good. One of the worst things about buying a pedal board is you find out that, you know, especially when you're using a piece like this, how much room you have, will it fit, blah, blah, blah. And I think it's going to work out fine. So I'll just run through, I'm not going to be able to do this all in one day. Unfortunately, I don't have much time today, so I'm just going to give you a basic rundown of what I'm going to be putting in there, and basically what I plan on doing. I'm going to have the Helix, obviously. This is the floor model. Great piece of equipment. I'll probably do some videos on this. I just love this thing. It's so cool. I got a multi-USB surge protector. It has some USB connections to it. I'm going to be using the Digitech Freakout. Now I got this, and I'm an old tube amp, old school guy, and I love this thing. It works great. Sounds awesome. It really does feel like you're playing through an amp. But, you know, feedback, you might as well forget about it. It's not going to happen. But with this, it just gives it more of a real feel. And it works. And I use it sparingly. You know, I just have it in line, and when I want to use it, I use it. Also, this Mimic pedal, and George Hollis again. He turned me on to this because I run stereo. And if you don't run stereo, you don't need this pedal. Especially now that they got the, double take. They added to it in the last firmware update right after I bought this, unfortunately. But this does sound better than a double take. I did a comparison, and it does sound better. Although I don't know if I would recommend buying this with the double take in there, because, yeah, it sounds better, but, you know, I forget how much it was, but that's up to you. Then there's this stuff called 3M Dual Lock. Now, I've heard of these things before, but, you know, I have a Furman pedal board that I have, and it was already set up and everything, so really didn't look into it. But he had an interesting idea where George Hollis, I'm speaking of here, he's stacking them to give yourself some space underneath the fretboard here, or I mean under fretboard, underneath the floorboard, and you know, to get it up off the floorboard, so you can put your cord cable, a little better cable management underneath the Helix. And I thought this was a really cool idea. Plus, these things are a lot better than Velcro. I mean, so and you can use them for other things other than your pedal board and guitar stuff. You can use them around the house, and there's a lot of things. Also, Bright Switch, another one of his things on there. Now, I've seen these out there, and these are a little more expensive. There are other alternatives you can use to get light on your pedal board other than this. I think it was like $59, but, you know, I've read a lot of reviews on it, and, I mean, they're really good, and, you know, it's my pedal board. I don't really want to cheap out too much on it. I want something that is reliable, that has a good track record, and this certainly does. So, I'm going to be adding that. I also have the Mission Expression pedal, and this right here, the Dark Matter. This is by TC Electronics. I'm a big fan of TC Electronics. Been using their stuff for a long time, and this pedal, I happened to see it, and it was $49, and I was like, wow, that's really cheap for a TC pedal. And I went online, and let me tell you, this pedal's nice. This sounds really good. I've hooked it up, and it sounds great with the Helix, sounds great with my Mesa Mark V. I mean, I don't know why it's $49. I really don't. It's an analog pedal. Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But it sounds great. It's an awesome pedal. Now, they kind of marketed this as a heavy metal pedal, but I'll be honest with you. This is a great Marshall-y type pedal. You can get some... I mean, you can play metal with it, I guess. I mean, if you want to, you know, really crank the gain or whatever, that'll work. But it's just a very transparent, good distortion pedal. And for $49, can't beat it. But I want to get everything all organized, because you know, if you play out, you know that, you know, having this out on the floor, you know, sometimes you're not on a stage, you're on a floor and you're playing in a bar, and people walking around drinking this, that, and the other, and I kind of want to have this set up out of the way, the cables out of the way, and have a little more. I want to get their screen protectors for this too. I got to get that, but that's for another show. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to be using, and I'm going to hook it up. And one thing I did notice here on the road case is it has like this, I don't want to call it a carpet. You have like this rubber padding here on the side, and then you have like this material. I don't know if it's a carpet or some kind of material, but anyway, I know that George, he ripped it out, and yeah, that's certainly you know, an option. But I'm thinking maybe I can just cut out some squares on the bottom and just lay this in and keep the carpet down, because it does look nice. I mean, it's a nice carpet, and you know, if I pull it out, then I'm gonna have to paint it, and you know, I don't know. I'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work out, I'll just rip it out and do it that way. But yeah, so I'm gonna get started on this, and I'll kind of keep you updated as I go along here. I'm not going to show everything I do. Oh, also, I'm sorry, I forgot. I got the it's I think it's called Planet Waves. Now it's De Dinero. So they got this. I guess they bought them out. I'm pretty sure they did buy them out. I might be wrong on that. I'm not sure, but it certainly looks like Planet Waves. I don't know. But yeah, I got this. This is really cool. I mean, you can make your own perfect length cables so that you got everything all nice and tidy, and that's the whole point of having this pedal board. So, stay tuned and continue on.